This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby. Let's do some fan questions.
Can't wait, pal. This is the last episode in LA Studios.
This is the last episode. I'm going to take this off. I wore this last time.
You got all the signs coming down out there.
Sorry?
We got all the signage coming down.
Man, my arms have been benching and boxing.
No, you haven't. I wonder who's going to take over this studio.
Who cares?
Yeah, fair. Are they going to leave the walls?
Man, I hope they really take care of this place.
No, I don't care.
You know that sentimental shit that we all, like some people do? If I'm leaving a house, I mean, you'll be sad about your house, won't you, a little bit? Say goodbye to your house or no? Say goodbye to the trees in the backyard?
No, I'm more excited about getting to Austin.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We look in the...
I'm over
We
it.
don't look in the rear view.
Sometimes I will, but not with the house. I mean, yeah, I guess Bossy was born there.
Sometimes I'll look at a place and I'll be a lot of stuff happening in this space.
Yeah.
You know, you go, all right, it's been good to me, man.
Yeah, I'll miss LA for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just over it, though. With all the move and dealing, I'm in the Airbnb. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of there, man.
But I love LA.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got, kids?
For what it's worth, I'm sad. So I'm sentimental about it.
I know you
but
are.
we'll save that.
You wouldn't
for
be
the-
sad if you were coming, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
we're also dead behind the eyes after 30 years. Anyway,
That's
okay.
Okay. Here's one that comes to us from Chance Harris. It's 2 parts. What's been your favorite and least favorite thing about Austin so far?
My least favorite thing about Austin, my favorite thing about Austin is the community and the comedic energy that's there. The energy in general that's going on in that city on all different facets, right? But I could do without the homelessness and the chaos of 6th Street sometimes, as could everybody.
Oh, because you have to deal with it because when you go to the mothership.
Yeah.
But if you're not downtown or off 6th Street, there's
good,
no
bro.
homeless.
It's all good.
When I go there, I don't see any homeless.
There's no homeless.
Nor do I see any here, to be honest. I mean, everyone thinks LA's just like fucking Armageddon, but
People
where
are
we
also
live,
really
there's
polite
no
in Texas.
homeless.
People are polite in Texas.
I don't know. That's a question for Bryan. I haven't been there. I get there next week, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah. If I have one more person to tell about the heat, I'm gonna slam my dick into a door. I got it.
Yeah.
It's hot here too, guys.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Hot's hot.
And the second part of Chance's question was, how do you think a matchup between Dustin Poirier and Torpilla goes? I think it's such a good matchup that was never discussed.
It's a great fight.
I think it could happen if, I know Dustin says this is last one. It's in New Orleans, right? His home state. But if you were to knock Max out, I bet they're like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
And Topuria beats Charles Oliveira and he's champ. Like, hey, Dustin, we know you said this is your last one, but we'll give you a title shot at 55 for your last one.
Wow.
Against Topuria, and that's a fucking fight.
Yeah, because you're talking Dustin is up in that mid level. That
power too.
Great power. Hits just as hard as Topuria.
I bet Dustin would do one more if they offered him a world title shot against Topuria.
And that's a toss-up.
It could happen.
And that's a toss-up. Who wins that, right?
You'd favor Topuria, but yeah, he's in his prime. Yeah.
Yeah, but Dustin's a great
But I
boxer.
bet they could get Dustin to do one more for that fight. So you could see it. That's if Dustin wins. That's if Topuria wins.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for Brendan, and it's from Eli Stevens. Any plans to do a mod/giveaway with a diesel truck when you get to Austin? I drive a GMC 2500 AT4 and would
Allison
love to
transmission?
see you tackle a real, quote, Texas truck.
That's not a bad idea. I would love to do like a F-350 dually. I'd be down for that, especially in Texas.
How often?
Doing proper.
How many trucks are diesel? The bigger ones?
What do you mean? How many? It's just it's an option. It's an
option.
engine. Yeah.
You do an option.
Most of like the worker trucks are diesel. You need the torque to tow and
more
carry.
power, better gas
More
mileage
torque.
too, right? On a
Yeah.
diesel?
Yeah.
I had a diesel car.
I'd be down to do diesel next. The Jeep Rubicon's next in Panther Pink, so I'm putting that thing together now. But I'd be down to do a proper Texas truck this year. That'd be fun.
Okay.
And my main builder, Bruno, specializes in diesel, so we could really ramp that thing up. And there's no limitations in Texas with diesel. LA's a nightmare for diesel companies. Nightmare.
Here's one from Dylan Cole. Get ready for this. I would like to challenge the gang to an academic, athletic, musical decathlon. In one day, I will outbench Brandon, outscholar Bryan, and outperform Chin in a musical event. By the way, he spelled your name wrong.
Who's this?
Well, you
This
might be
will
able to
be the
outbench Brandon, but you're never going to outbench Brendan.
Yeah. There are a couple of boo-boos here.
Who is this saying this?
Some guy you don't know,
Dylan
man.
Cole.
Fan questions, baby.
Huh?
But he says if he loses, he'll donate $1,000 to a charity if you guys choose.
I mean, I'm impressed. I like his confidence.
Yeah.
I like his confidence. What's his background? Has he given you any of his resume,
Giving me
his
nothing.
size, his
Nothing.
current bench?
Yeah, anything?
No.
Okay.
I'll take my odds, but good luck to you, my man. And for sure spell our names right.
Yeah. The most
That's
difficult
gotta-
of all will be Chin. Again, Chen, as they spells it, because you sing like an angel.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this
Thank
guy.
you, man.
Yeah, I like him, but he's made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, there's nothing.
there.
There's nothing you can do to really get your voice better at his age. So if you can't already sing better than Chin, that's never happening. He could get on a shit ton of gear and outbench me. We got to know where he's starting at. Though.
That's a lot of times to do 225.
It'd be tough.
Okay.
But who knows? He might be some fucking prison strong dude. You know, just got to doing 8 hard years, giant black dude. Like I'll do it.
I have a question. I was watching your bench. Now that I think about it, you're not going all the way up.
No, not when I'm going fast.
Yeah,
But I posted one going all the way up.
Oh, you did?
20 easily. Yeah,
20 easily.
easily. Yeah,
But the number comes down a little bit.
barely. But when I'm going for speed, yeah, that's how I do it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, but full bench, you think you could do 20?
I already posted that. Yeah, that's easy.
How many could you do you think total?
Probably close to 30.
Really?
Yeah, between 25 and
In
30.
the NFL, in the combine, do they have to
They-
go all the way up, all the way down?
It depends. So you get away with a little bit, but they have a guy there. Yeah, they probably wouldn't count a good amount of those at the combine. At CU, they wouldn't count. It just depends. It depends who you got. You know.
Still
But you're
hard.
trying to fly through it. Yeah.
It's also your.
Oh, I love when people critique. Do it. Do it.
Yeah,
Try
there's
it.
still there's still tension the whole time on your body.
Oh, it's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just going for
So
speed.
bodybuilders
Because the
would tell
longer
you to
you're
do
up,
what you're
the
doing.
longer. Oh yeah, bodybuilders.
you
do
hit
like
you hit more. You hit like apparently you're
You're still
up to
activating more
tension.
muscle. Yeah.
So in some ways it can be harder because you're not.
It's like when I
thinking
post
your
my
brain.
deadlift, some guy was critiquing like awful form. I said, bud, if you post a video of you doing anything over 225 pounds, I will quit lifting. I never heard from him again. It's weird, right?
awful form. Like John Jones was getting so much shit about his form. And he was like, hey guys, can you take it
On
easy?
pads?
Like I'm new to this. No, and deadlifting and stuff. He's like,
yeah.
can you guys take it easy? Like you have nothing better to do than to criticize John Jones
Yeah.
and his deadlifting form.
But there's
Like,
always
would you
that, like,
shut
if
up?
you post anything lifting, people have something to say. Post anything hitting
Shooting,
mitts,
any
any
of that.
of that stuff. Yeah, shooting, any of that hunting.
It's great. I love it.
You get the experts out.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you post a video doing it. Like, nah, never, man. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even work out? Your vote doesn't count.
No.
Okay. This is a two-part, one for you, Brian, and one for you, Brendan, of a 10-year-long listener, Joe Garcia. Thank you so much, Joe. Brian, how much time do you spend writing jokes, and how different are the crowds in Austin?
So not enough time, but lately I've been writing a lot. How much time? It's a mindset. So it's like I'm always writing in some ways. What I do is if I start to worry about something, if I'm thinking about some bullshit, I just bring myself back to all you do is in general in life, discipline is learning how to refocus your eye and start writing. Just start writing about something, an idea you have. Instead of fretting, instead of criticizing somebody, instead of wishing something, instead of like wanting or avoid, we do these tricks. Our brains, our thoughts are always fucking going, right? You can actually train your brain to be always writing, always thinking about something creative. It's just a discipline. So that's the answer to that. I never put a fence around work. I just make it part of what I am. It's the overwhelming part of who I am. And what was the other question?
The crowds in Austin.
They're
compared
great.
to
They're
here.
unbelievable.
Is it different than here?
No. To me, no
Crowd's a
crowd's
crowd.
different.
Yeah.
I
Crowds are
think they're
crowds.
a little more lenient there. Yeah, they got a little
I
more
don't know,
open to
man.
laughter.
I don't know. If you're up there
LA crowds
doing
are
some
great.
bullshit, they'll get quiet.
Yeah.
They'll get quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because, the crowds are there to laugh. If you're not funny, if you're not bringing it nowadays.
It's not like a comic in LA is like, man, the crowd was so tight in LA, but in Austin, I'm crushing. It's like, no.
One of the things that people say
you're not
about
crushing it here, you ain't crushing it
the
there.
people say the Comedy Store main room is an amazing crowd. No, it was amazing comics who got the crowd that way, right? Like if you have great comics, the crowd's
Yeah, it
gonna
was the
be good.
lineups that did it.
Have one comic I don't care how famous. Get up there and try it and see what happens. It gets real quiet. Doesn't matter. There's like, So.
And Brendan, this part's for you. When you were ejected, what led up to the ump kicking you out right away? Also, what type of coach do you consider yourself personality-wise?
I wish you gave me an option for personalities. What led up to? I just think that's his thing. Like I said, he kicked out 2 or 3 coaches prior to me from another game. Apparently, that's his thing. You know, he's super sensitive. I'm fucking Shrek out there, so he's probably already on his heels when I came at him. You know, so it's not like I was that aggressive. So I just think it's more of his issue than mine. You know, it's like, all right, cool. I live to fight another day. As far as coaching, what kind of coach am I? On Tiger, I'm really tough, but I cuss around the kids. You know, I tell the parents too, like, pretty strict. Cuss around the kids. If you don't like it, I get it. I'm not the coach for you. Yeah, pretty strict. I believe in like discipline. Like if they mess up, like running.
Rappaport used to coach my nephew in basketball. He would get so passionate. Like he was so funny and he would swear, but his parents didn't mind because he cared so much about the kids. He'd be like, yeah, I wake up on Saturday for this shit. I don't know why I'm waking up. You guys are not going to fucking do your jobs. Then what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of shit I can't deal with, man. Just fucking get that. Like he's so excited, but the parents knew how much he loved the kids, how much he loved the game, and how much he wanted them to win.
Yeah, I think the parents
great.
know I want what's best for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone's cool with it.
Yeah.
But especially on Tiger, pretty strict.
Okay.
No, the only is especially even if the kids, they're not the best players, I don't care as long as they're giving me effort. Then we're good. But once you start bullshitting, then I have a problem.
How do you deal with like a lazy little
I'll
one?
bench them.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You'll bench him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You ever have a parent come up to you yet?
Just in football.
You're doing both. You coach both?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you love it.
Love it. Love it. But Tiger's outgrown. This is the last. He's 9. I can't coach him anymore. He's way above my skill level. Yeah, this is it. I got Bosty though. Oh yeah, he's too good. He knows more about baseball than I do.
What?
Like the base running and the pickoffs. Like his IQ's way higher than mine. Yeah, I can't pitch. I was pitching him last night and my fucking arm's sore. I throw as fast as I can. I can't.
Really?
I can't get anything by him. No. He's outdone me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he needs a real coach.
Wow.
Yeah. To get to where he wants to go, he needs a real coach.
Let's take a little break because it's playoff time. I want to see if I can make money. And
Go Knicks!
Let me watch.
Watch some NBA playoffs.
Yes.
Go for the Knicks. Forget Minnesota. With Pick 6 from DraftKings, you can turn your hoops knowledge into real buckaroos. Just make your picks, track your score, and if you hit all 6, you're looking at a bigger payout than Prize Picks Flex pays. Nobody's dropping better payouts than Pick 6. Hit 6 picks. That's 25 times your cash. And if you beat your competition, you could be looking at 500 times bag in your pocket. And right now, new customers get 50 in bonus picks with just $5 entry. The playoffs are on, so why not take a shot at making a little buckaroos while you're watching?
Buckaroos.
Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now. Use the code FIGHTER. That's code FIGHTER to get 5 to get 50 in bonus picks. Better payouts, bigger wins, only on Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
This question comes to us from Juan Tovar, and it says, my question is for everyone on the team, Brendan, Bryan, Chin, and Sanaz. Can you think back on your life and find a single pivotal decision that would have taken you in a completely different direction?
I'll tell you when I get to Austin. We'll see. That's a big decision.
My decision was almost not to do, be an actor and stand up and try to figure out a way to be some kind of a
Get a
business
regular
owner.
job.
Teacher, remember?
You've been a
teacher.
You've been a horrible business.
I mean, I just couldn't. I could not figure it out. I was like, I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
what
not
I'm gonna
enough for you. Yeah, no.
I mean, I was like, maybe I'll travel. I wanted to travel and write about it. I was like, I want to be a writer. It's like I could travel the world and write about my experiences.
Jeez, what, you're a
but-
hot chick with a degree?
Yeah,
That's every girl's dream.
back then, Condé Nast, you can make a living if you were really good, but the fuck am I gonna do?
Big decision. I mean, when I moved to California, that was huge. When I transferred colleges, that was huge. There's been a number of things. Yeah.
Not one chin.
I'll let you go first.
I think for me, without getting too much into it, it was a time in my life where I had to really choose myself, and I've never chosen myself before.
What does that mean?
It means I would put everyone's feelings in front of my own all the time. And then this one thing happened, and I said, fuck that guy, and I took a different path.
That's good.
When did you say fuck that guy, Chin? Just a question, bro.
Simple. Question.
There's like someone that when I do YouTube videos, like I do vlogs, there's someone that always like posts like, dude, I'm here with you. Your transition to being, a woman has been an amazing journey. All right. And I'm like, I always give him like I always like
Clap.
comment in a good way. Yeah, like, it's so funny, dude.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
You don't
And
know.
that person's Brian.
That would be me.
That's Brian's burner account.
That's right. My burner.
I mean, there's a lot of hate, but that kind of funny hate, I'm like,
Yeah, I don't mind
got
that.
you. Yeah. You're funny,
If
you're
it's funny, like original, I don't mind it. But when it's parroting the same shit, I'm like, dude,
I hate that shit,
You need
dude.
a new thing done.
Dude, the hate is insane, man. I freaking hate it. But whatever. But no, but even like so this was a big pivot for me to join this show. Like I was working at a Korean television network, the biggest one in the world, 2 terrestrial channels here in the US. Got laid off, not because of my job, not because of my duties.
Budget cuts.
Literally, they
Yeah.
recycle every 2 years, or every year, every 2 years, they do a new CEO, a new CFO, and they have to tell Korea how they made changes, right? So it costs a lot of money for my show, which was like a very, it was a popular show it's K-pop. So they're like, oh yeah, we'll just take away his division and then we'll outsource it to Argentina. Because I did it's a long story. Anyway,
Sounds like it.
so that's why I'm gonna stop it right there. It was dubbing in Spanish, Korean entertainment in
Jesus
Spanish.
Christ.
Anyway,
That'd be terrible.
so I was a voiceover director and engineer, producer, all that. And then
You
I
left
heard
there.
when you guys were leaving Fox, there's an opportunity.
God, that was a while ago.
I know, dude. There's an opportunity. I'm like, I'm gonna give this a shot. Hey, Brian, what do you? I can't tell if you're.
That was so long ago.
Are you bored right now, Brian?
No, keep going.
Let me finish, Brian. Damn
I'm
it.
listening. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm listening.
Chin's like, so I got a cup of coffee.
No, I like.
I'm in the
I love
office.
your story. Actually, I'm kidding.
Keep
I love
going.
you. Keep
So
going.
then you found out we live in Fox. Evan the Beard wasn't coming with us.
Yeah,
And then
then
you
so I
came
just,
to my show at the Laugh Factory.
yes,
I like the way you did it too. You gave him a.
A US
USB drive with everything I've done. That
Said,
was
I'm
cool.
your guy.
I'm your
Yeah.
guy. Fucking awesome.
But my friend came with me. If I was just gonna go by myself, I might have not done it. So I'm like,
Really?
thankfully, my friend came with me to go to the show because
Right.
I don't want to go by myself. So that was a pivotal thing for me.
Did you guys have makeup? Did you guys have celebration sex?
Oh my God,
Question. It's a question.
we did not. No,
All right. I'm just.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago, Chin.
That was 10.
it's close to 10 years. Yeah,
That's crazy.
It's almost a decade, dude.
I know,
How wild
dude.
is that?
Fuck.
Ups and downs like crazy, right? We're still here,
Yep.
still doing it.
Chin,
Yeah,
you've
it's
been
been a
the
long road.
fucking. I love you.
Love you too.
Honestly, you're great.
Well,
And
And you want to have sex with me too, but it's not happening, Brian.
I would love to. All right. Look at my arms.
are you flexing?
Yeah, I'm getting fucking scary.
Okay.
My training, my boxing is getting fucking scary. My angles are scary. My infighting, my dirty
Brendan's
boxing
face.
is
Power
scary.
can't be good.
What?
When you can't bench 185.
My power's not bad.
Can't be good.
No, I can hit.
No, you
No, I
can't.
can. That's the one thing. I can fucking
No,
hit.
you can't.
I can pop. We call
It's
it
the guy
crack.
holding the
I can
mitts.
crack.
It's the guy holding the mitts.
No, you don't know anything. I can crack.
Came and bench 175.
Dude, I can bench. I think I could get 200 if I'm fresh. You'll see. Got to be careful, but I think I can do it. And I got to just start benching. I'm going to get like a straight bar and start doing it because that's priority.
What else you got, Jen?
Oh, it's enough.
Me. It's okay. Dominic Mija has a 2-part. Hey, Brian. Hey, Brendan. My name is Dominic. I'm a huge fan. I wanted to know, what if you guys don't like Texas? Will you call it and move back to
No,
California?
I already like Texas.
Yeah, Brian's already there. But you haven't done it with the show and all that. That's a different thing. The only thing that would make me leave Texas is if just the school system was like complete chaos. But I know the house is dope. The Airwind's great. I'm a homebody, so
You're gonna love it.
I'm good there.
Your neighbor's gonna love it.
The only thing would be the kiddos. If the kiddos like absolutely hated it, I'd try to see if they'd stay longer. But if they like absolutely hated it, then I would have to make a change.
They're gonna love it, dude.
Yeah.
And then Dominic wants to know if you guys would ever have Bonnie Blue on the podcast.
Sure.
Really?
I mean, I don't know what else we could talk to her about.
Exactly.
Bonnie Blue.
You know, it's a very
You don't
strange
know.
thing.
Chin doesn't remember who she is.
I think that's a girl who's
She's a
going
pretty
to
girl.
probably regret what she's done, but I don't think that's my feeling about people like Bonnie Blue is that they're not terribly
She's an entrepreneur.
stable.
She's a trailblazer, cock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a stable way to live your life. I don't think it works out in the end.
That's why it might be
Think she'll
interesting,
figure that
interesting
out?
to have her on.
Wait, she took 583 dicks in a day.
That's a
Yeah.
different. That's not her there, but
No, that's someone who tried to do her stuff.
they tried to mimic it, and she
That's
got to
another
she got to
girl?
583, and then we had to call it quits.
No, so that's Annie Knight.
I mean, Jesus Christ! What is-
Imagine the doctor's like, "Wait, what?
is with these
What are you in
girls?
here? Why are you dehydrated?
she needs a
And
psychiatrist.
they're cute girls.
Why are you filled with 583 cum? What's going on here?
She needs a psychiatrist. I mean, this is not okay. It's not like
It's
so
not good.
as a society. It's not okay. It's not good for you. It's not good for her.
It's also
not
good to
for
push the
us.
limits a little bit.
Yeah. It's not harmless. What she's doing to herself is not good for her. It's not good for anybody.
Yeah, and then young boys see this.
Young
and
boys are 8
girls,
years
it's
old.
not
I think
good.
the average age for boys being exposed to porn now is 8. You know, that's
Not
not
if
good.
you're a good parent. My kid's not exposed
Well,
to
it's
it.
hard to stop it though, right?
It's not, though.
No, it is. Yes, it
No, it's
is.
not. No,
What do you
it's
mean? When they're in school? What are you talking about?
No, there's no tablets, cell phones allowed at the
But
school.
there is
There's none.
though. But people,
There's
but
not,
those
though,
kids
Bryan.
get it. Those
There's
kids
not.
get it. They go to their friend's house. They go to their friend's house. The kids are being exposed to it. It's not easy to stop. Actually, it's.
I think it is. I
You
disagree
can
with
say
you.
that, but in fact,
Well, I can say that because I'm a fucking dad.
so am I. And
Okay.
what you don't.
I have a
realize-
9-year-old right now,
It
but
doesn't matter.
it does
you're
matter,
saying
Bryan.
shit that doesn't
You're
mean
talking
anything.
to me like I'm not doing
What I'm
it.
trying to say to you is that kids,
for other people, it might be
kids in this
tough.
country are getting
And it might be
exposed.
tough for
So
them.
what happens is they go to somebody's house. The older kid has something. What's going on is it's really hard at the end of the day to plug all the dams, right? Because with everybody who's got tablets, phones, they they find it. You know, kids just do. And that's the problem. I'm not saying that you're not on it. I'm saying that
I'm
parents
telling you
who
right
are
now,
on
my
it,
kid's never seen porn.
well,
And it's not hard.
well, it gets harder and harder.
For
as
sure
they
it
get
does.
older. Yeah.
For sure it does.
Because
But for 8-year-olds, it shouldn't be
sure,
hard.
but a lot of these kids are getting exposed to it.
For sure.
You know, parents are working 2 jobs, whatever it might be. Boom.
100%. I'm not talking about them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about me.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the general trend.
100%.
Is that a lot of
it's
these
tough
young
because it's
kids-
easier to access
Yeah,
now.
and it's bad.
But if you're going to give your kid a tablet, you're basically open that world up.
Right.
Now, whose fault is that? That 8 and 9-year-old can't afford the tablet. So who got it for him? You did.
Yeah.
So whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Well, he goes to his friend's house. Cool. Do you know the kid?
Did
do
you
you
talk
know
to
the
the
parents?
parents?
Because I do.
Yeah.
I do. There's no tablets over there either.
That's right.
So who's
have
that
to do
on?
that.
That's on the parents.
And you know,
Now I don't work 2 jobs and not 9 to 5, so maybe it's easier for me. But when it comes to me,
That's not
There's
fair.
no tablet.
you're still fighting. You're
Brendan,
still
you work
fighting.
very long hours.
You're
like, you have
still
5
fighting,
different
but you're
podcasts.
still fighting the fucking. You're still fighting.
Eventually, there's nothing to be able to do about
Yeah.
it. Like when they get to middle school,
fighting
high school,
tsunami.
and
Yeah.
and they're in public school and they allow cell phones. Now it's a different animal.
Yeah, man.
But you can delay it as much to your control as much as you want until they get to that middle school, and then it's a
And
rat
what-
race.
what I don't like
and
is
you hope
when-
you've raised a good enough kid where he's
Yeah.
or it's the friends they hang out with. That's your biggest
It's also
issue.
that. It's also the technology that creates addiction. You know, like a lot of times these technology companies get better and better at hijacking your fucking brain. And
But again, all right, the kid's putting 8 hours on the PlayStation. Who bought him the PlayStation?
yeah, you know, and here's the other thing about this:
9-year-old can't afford the PlayStation.
when you have like someone like Bonnie Blue, and what I object to is when we act like it's just, oh, look at that, she's just doing her thing, she's an empowered woman or whatever. No, sorry, it's a fucked up way to live your life. It's
She'll regret it. To your point, she'll regret
Yeah.
it. Guaranteed.
And I think all of us
in
will.
10 years, she's gonna be like, Jesus Christ. I don't regret shit about it. She's gonna, people are doing way worse stuff than that. Way
Yeah,
rich.
but I think just even participating in the thing, like watching it, being part of it, it's
I haven't
all
seen
fucked
any
up.
of it.
It's all fucked up. Me neither. But it's all fucked up. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't like it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that can't end well.
Yeah.
No.
And then was she going to find a husband? And then was she going to have kids?
Yeah, right.
Well, what are you going to do?
Good luck with that.
Let's say she does, and then imagine that kid in high school.
Jesus Christ.
You know your mom got fucked by 1,000 dudes.
I mean, you can't
There's
even-
no erasing that.
You can't win any of that.
She will definitely find a husband. There's plenty.
Oh
of guys
yeah.
out there.
Oh no. Don't.
Yeah.
She'll find a husband.
Yeah, that'll be a great. I'm sure that kid will be raised.
But think about the guy who's like, yeah, I know, I'm down.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
probably
it's not
not
so much.
all fucking.
He's not all there either.
Probably doesn't have all his shit together.
Without a doubt, yes, I know.
But there's some weirdo rich dude right now in her DMs.
That would just
like,
love her, yeah.
100%. There's some.
It's wild. Okay. Here's one.
I'm a little turned on
Brendan?
right now, but still. What?
I might have to watch it now.
I was gonna say. I mean, but I don't approve of it.
No.
No, I don't approve of it. I'm saying.
Right.
And it would be
Brendan.
interesting to have her in here and be like, how did you get to this point? Like, was it no dad? Did you get molested
You
as a
would
young
get
kid?
this. You would get this. You'd get some kind of a weird, lame justification. You know, for me, I've just always been kind of done my own thing, and it's just like an adventure. And when
And you know, it's like dog sniffing butts. It's like a handshake.
and you and I
get
are
up.
too nice, we wouldn't be holding.
But let's say she was open, and we're like, you know, was there, because what you're doing is not normal
Yeah.
to society. Was there some significant trauma in your life to make you not think sex is a big deal, that you can just do whatever the fuck? Like, what happened? That's what I would ask her.
Yeah. When I was on a thing with Doug,
And I would be willing to bet she'd be like, didn't have a dad, or got molested by my mom's boyfriend, or, you know, at a young age, I was very sexual as a young kid because of it. That's usually what comes from it.
When I was on a panel with Tara
1,000?
Patrick and Dove Davidoff.
Yeah.
Tara Patrick was the most gorgeous.
Yeah, she's awesome.
porn star. And I remember everybody was there. I think it might have even been Kill Tony, like back when it was first starting. And Dove, like Tara Patrick said, he said, well, you live an extreme lifestyle. And she said, it's not extreme.
To her,
And he
it's
goes,
not.
hold it. We got to stop. And he called her out on the fact that it was insane. And
I've seen her work.
and everybody kind of, oh yeah, she's a good,
Delicious.
gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you want to talk about
What'd
the
she say,
hottest
though?
porn star. Well, he just didn't want to let her get away with it. He was like, you
Serious.
can't say it's not an extreme way to live your life. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
but if you talk to
here?
UFC fighters, like, dude, you can fight in a cage, that's fucking insane. Like, no, it's not. It's normal to me. No, I'm just saying,
yeah.
they go, that's
Right.
my norm.
Right.
So to you, oh, get her off the screen, Chin.
Jesus.
But there's porn stars now that are prettier than her. There's some. I saw one. I'm like, what? How? What's happening? I got to see this.
Tara Patrick was always just so
Yeah,
fucking
she's up
hot.
there.
I mean,
Exotic.
so hot.
Jenna Jameson, though, not now, but when she was young, was
Yeah.
tasty.
And then
Tasty.
went a little crazy,
Oh
right?
yeah, oh, it's a disaster. Disaster.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Sound disaster.
But there's one now. I forget her name, but it was like Jesus.
No, some of the girls are so
Christ.
good looking. You're like,
What is happening?
whoa. Which again, I don't approve. I'm not watching it. If I can get some more of those pictures, though. That's her?
That's Jenna
That's Jen
Jameson.
Jameson.
Yeah.
There's one now, though. I don't want to say her name, but you're just like, what is happening?
What's her name?
I forget.
Yeah,
That's the
there's
thing. I
some-
never know. So when I want to search, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it pops up in the
No,
popular.
some of them are just like, you're like, wow, all right.
You guys had Asa Akira on the
Yeah,
Fire
we-
and
and
Fury, right?
And she grew up with two normal parents.
Yeah, so that's like,
normal
what is
I
that?
know.
Asa was like super. I read her book. Like she was smart as fuck.
Super
Like,
smart,
She
yeah.
was such a
Well
puzzle.
spoken.
Yeah, she was like one of those people. It's almost like
She was like, I could marry a porn star.
yeah,
Like, you're like, oh, she's dope.
yeah.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was super smart. And
Gives a
just-
hell of a massage.
Yeah, she was really really smart. But I think whatever's going on there, sometimes people can just be, you know.
Sometimes it could also, they get fallen hard in times and they get into the business. They start making money. Like, I'm making so much money now.
Look,
I became a star. If I go back and do what I was planning to do, I'm going 4 steps back money wise, financially. I'm just going to keep doing this, and you kind of get caught in it, maybe.
Well, Alana Evans, who is legitimately something I've known and my friend. I don't care what anybody says. She is she's as normal as it gets, just in every way, like just a great person. And I think she's just one of those people who just loved sex. Let's take a little break. This podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. Are you putting off saving and investing because you'll get to it someday, huh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Stash turns someday into today. Stash isn't just an investing app. It is a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in based on your goals. Or if you want to just sit back and watch your money go to work, you can opt into their award-winning expert managed portfolio that picks stocks for you. Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and starts at just $3 per month. Don't let your savings sit around. Make it work for you. Go to get.stash.com/fighter. That's get.stash.com/fighter. And you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com/fighter. Paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients, and not a guarantee. Investment advisor services offered by Stash Investments LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, and investment may lose value. Offer is subject to T's and T&Cs.
Okay. Brendan, this is from Alejandro Castaneda. Brendan, if you were staging a comeback to the UFC, who is the one fighter you'd pick for your return fight?
I can answer the question.
Who?
Somebody in the 135 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to answer for him.
Who would I stay? Let me see the heavyweight rankings, Jen.
Oops.
Well, I'd want to make the most money possible, so I'd probably go for a Francis.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I
Jesus
try and
Christ.
take him down.
Would you?
Yes.
Oh God.
Probably Cyril Gahn, to be honest with you. His takedown's terrible and his jiu-jitsu's awful.
Ooh, I was not going to guess
On the feet, it's going to be a fucking problem.
Problem.
On the feet
we're not
and athletically.
We're not going to do anything with him on the feet.
No.
No.
It's going to be a straight
God, he's a big boy.
Dagestanian game plan there.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
No, I would not want to fight Curtis Blades.
No.
Out of those top dogs, yeah, probably Cyril Gahn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because he has such a glaring hole in his jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Yeah.
But outside that, it's tough.
Yeah, let's not do that. Valentina Shevchenko, that's who he would fight.
Weili Zhang,
Exactly.
or I'd fight Mackenzie Dern, just jump to guard. Am I right?
All right, huh? Valentina Shevchenko is
Kayla Harrison?
such a champ.
Okay.
No, Cyril Gahn.
Okay.
Just because he has glaring holes when that. But it'd be a tough day in the office.
Tough day in the office. Who is
and he's
Cyril Gahn
ranked high.
fighting next?
Probably Tom Aspinall because Tom's
is
not
he?
going to fight Johnson.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's,
But that'd be a good one because they're all going to be tough. And then 10 through 14, you've never heard of them.
Yeah.
So give me a big name. He has a glaring hole in his game. If I lose to him,
maybe
it's like,
Derek
yeah,
Lewis.
Brendan hasn't
Derek
fought.
Lewis. Because his wind, you have better
I'm
cardio.
more scared of Derek than I am Cyril.
Well, Derek, yeah, but taking him down?
He's tough to
sprawl.
take down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
sprawl.
tough.
He's
Yeah, he's tough. At least Cyril Gahn, you lose to him, they're like, yeah, he's number 2 in the world. Brendan hasn't fought in 10 years.
What is
Cyril
your
Gahn or Francis?
What is your weight right now? Just if you don't mind.
I honestly don't
375.
know.
He's 375.
Probably 250 something.
He's a big boy.
250?
250 something.
Big boy.
Definitely
strong.
not over 6. Definitely would make 60.
I wonder what your wind's like, though. It's definitely not as
2
good.
miles every day.
2 miles every day?
Yeah.
It's definitely not as good as it was when you were fighting.
Oh
of course.
God, no. Hell no.
That's exhausting. A real fight? Oh, my God.
Is my cardio not as good as when I was a professional athlete, Brian? That's like saying how's your cardio compared to when you're 21?
You'd gas.
Yeah.
But since you're like not doing any like, crazy stuff, alcohol and all that stuff, you think you could actually make it to light heavy?
No. Him?
As of right now, with all the stuff
If I
you're
got
doing.
off all the shit,
205?
it'd be tough.
No way.
Be tough. I'm just a big dude, man.
Yeah. Bone structure. Ankalaev.
Yeah, there's some great fights for Brendan if he went to light heavy though.
Yeah. Also 42,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a tough age. For heavyweight, it's not bad though.
And then
I'd fight Jake Paul
Okay.
because I want money.
Cyril Gahn and Jake Paul.
Yes.
If
That-
they're
that'd be-
listening, we're down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the second part is for you.
For the right price
Rinks.
and time.
Rinks, if by some miracle Hollywood came calling, which director and genre movie would you like to star in?
Scorsese.
Right away.
Yeah.
Probably.
So,
I see. I'll go Quentin Tarantino
Oh, my God.
because he's making relevant shit.
That'd be incredible.
Wes
Scorsese's
Anderson?
Good
not.
point. That's a good point. Quentin Tarantino would be incredible.
Yeah.
Like to be able to work with Quentin Tarantino would be like.
And he's making like proper good shit right now. So Scorsese's old.
I agree with you. I'd love to work with.
And non-woke stuff too. That's what
Yes.
I would love to
Tarantino
work
does.
with Tarantino. I'd love to work.
Quentin
with,
Tarantino's the move.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question.
This one comes from Michael Daly. Have you two knuckleheads thought about having an Austin, Texas welcome hoedown episode with a bunch of silly goose guests and charcuterie? You could all wear cowboy hats
Yeah,
since you look great in them.
that.
Also, we're happy that Sanaz has decided to move to Texas. I am not moving to Texas, by the way, Michael. Have you guys thought of that?
Like doing a grand
Yeah.
royale.
Grand episode.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, we will.
We do something like that. We'll do something special for the
Yeah,
first.
we might wear cowboy hats. Charcuterie, I don't know, but
I'd like a nice charcuterie board.
maybe we'll do an episode where we're both on mushrooms and see how well we do.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a guy who's a fan of the you guys, the show. He's on the Food Network. He's huge right now. He's always wanted to give us, like meet us up and make food for us.
Is he in Texas?
I'd love that.
He can make it to Texas. That's what he said.
I'd love it.
All right.
Yeah.
What's his
Chuck,
name?
his Instagram's like Chuck's Flavor Train. So his name is Chuck. Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Bring
He's
that
been following us
flavor train on down
forever.
to
We
Austin,
love that,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck's a meat in Brian's mouth.
He works with Emerald Lagasse right now
Oh,
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Badass. I'd love it.
Let's do that.
I'm in.
Okay, let's see. This is from someone you guys know. His name is Tony from New Jersey, and he actually submitted some pictures with you guys here. Tony.
Let me see him.
Yeah, let me send these to you. How do I do that?
Proper Jersey bro, or what are we talking about here? My guy who makes my drive shafts is in Jersey. They're
Download
great.
it And then just airdrop each one.
I don't know how to do that.
We can edit, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Take your time.
I'm going to read what he said. Hey, Brendan, I just want to say it's wild how you've crushed it across so many different lanes, from fighting to stand-up to podcasts, whiskey, merch, and even now giving away trucks. You're always on the move. I can attest to that. He is. What really gets me curious is what fuels you to keep chasing new ventures and then actually succeed at them? What keeps this fire going? As Simon Sinek would say, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do what you do. So what's yours?
I guess it's just stuff I'm into. Like it's all. If I make money at it, great. If not, I'd be doing it anyway. Like when the podcast and stamp, all that stuff. But with the merch, I've always been into clothes, so that made sense. It's organic. You can tell when people are like pushing it. The whiskey, I was an alcoholic at the time. I was drinking so much whiskey, so I started my own. And then with the giveaway trucks and cars, that was Jay's idea, because I love to mod my own stuff, but then I get super depressed because there's only so much you can do. You run out of things to do to the cars, and Jay's like, dude, this is stupid. Like, you're just going to keep buying cars? Like, you can't. It doesn't make sense. So he's like, you can do giveaways where you build other people's cars and then give them away and just start with a new one, so you can do that a few times a year. So it came from Jay. So that's all it is. And it just happens to be a good business model. And then the sponsors love it because they get a lot of traction. So we get a bunch of cool parts. So it just makes sense. I love it.
Okay. And then he would like to know if you have any upcoming guests that have been lined up for Texas.
Oh, you will see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you don't
You will
mind
see.
seeing Donald Trump with Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn and Will
With Kanye
Sasso
West.
and Kanye West on. Definitely not Kanye West, but
No, we'll have him on.
did somebody say that his song is trending in Germany?
Kanye West's
Like,
song.
Where did you hear that?
You gotta
guy's
stay off TikTok,
That
bud.
guy's an asshole. What the fuck, man? Yeah, somebody said it was like. Yeah,
World War III.
yeah, viral song.
Well, his
globally
song's
and
called
recent-
World War
Oh my
III.
God! Reached number one position in Spotify's viral 50 chart in Germany and other countries. What? Now is World War III? Is that the one? It
That's the
says?
name of his song, yeah.
But it later got changed to Cuck.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. That means laughter is free with gut-busting comedies like The Neighborhood, Boomerang, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller. Mystery is free with countless cases to crack from Criminal Minds, Tracker, and Matlock.
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
And thrills are free with heart-pumping hits like The Walking Dead and Pulp Fiction. Correctamundo. Feel the free Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
If you're starting to notice your hair thinning, you can look in the mirror, and there's a lot of guys dealing with it, like myself. And I'll tell you something right now: you can do something about it. Hims provides you with convenient access to a range of hair loss treatments that work. I'm talking about, and this is all from the comfort of your couch. You don't have to go to the doctor. You take a picture of your head, send it in. A healthcare professional will actually start sending you. You can choose chewables, you can choose sprays, you can choose pills.
3 to 6
whatever.
months, you got a full mane.
Yeah, you're talking about hair loss. They make treating hair loss simple with doctor-trusted options and clinically proven. That's important. Clinically proven
Super
ingredients
simple.
like finasteride and minoxidil that can regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months.
And no insurance is needed. One low price covers everything. All right. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers. They got your back. Start with your free online visit today at hims.com/fighter. That's HIMS.com/fighter. Hims.com/fighter. Results vary based on studies of topical, oral, minoxidil, finasteride prescription products require online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if the prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details, important safety information.
It's depressing that song's trending.
Here are those photos.
Boom.
That looks
Tony
like
in New Jersey.
Helium, Indianapolis, maybe?
No, that's Philly.
Oh, that makes sense.
It is helium, yeah.
Where does
And
that?
his lovely girl.
Yeah,
There's a great club up there.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan.
And that's him with me.
Who was that guy?
That's the dude who asks the question from Jersey.
Okay.
No picture with Bryan.
No.
All right, this one's for Bryan. Bryan, you used to do a random fact at the end of every podcast. So
Oof.
for good time's sake, let's hear a random fact.
Dropping
and this
knowledge.
is from Shay Shay.
Yeah, dropping knowledge.
Dropping knowledge. It's a good. That's a good one. Boy, oh boy. I would say. Fuck. What's a good? What's
What's going on right now?
Dropping knowledge.
Good stat.
fact?
We kind of dropped knowledge on the last episode with the Biden cabinet. He has like really bad stage, whatever, bone
cancer, yeah.
cancer. It's in his
Yeah.
bones, and they hit all of it.
Yeah, they hit all of it. I would say, I could talk about how I think that Biden cancer prognosis and how they hit it is a much bigger deal than it's being made out to be. And historians will look at the ramifications of that, the ripple effect of that, and the loss of trust.
And it hurts that whole cabinet.
In
and
legacy
the left
media,
way
too.
more.
Jack
way more.
Taper and all these guys who are writing their song.
He's sharp as a tack.
Yep.
He's so
And
on.
they all
he
knew
walks,
better.
And I don't think Biden's the enemy here. I don't think he's the bad person. He's been made the scapegoat here. But I think Biden was just like, okay, and they're propping this guy up. He's falling down stairs and shit. Imagine being his age and dealing with this.
I would say this. I think this is the biggest.
Just so they win.
The biggest worry about the biggest worry we have is corruption. I think that nowadays, people in power are able to get away with corruption and make themselves rich when in power way more than anybody else, and nobody can do anything about it. And let me give you an example.
Before you give the example, that's the problem, because I think now it's more prevalent and it's more out in the open how corrupt they are, and there's nothing we can do.
Nothing
So
you can do.
we're very aware of all this shit. We're super aware of it, and the public knows, and there's nothing we can
And I
do.
blame Biden and I blame the Democrats, and here's why. The first thing the Democrats did was they allowed DAs to get really creative with the law and commit lawfare on a president and tried to destroy him. That was the first mistake, because that same weapon is going to be used against Democrats.
Of course.
Right? And I think that's one of the bigger kind of things. But the biggest thing, I think, is when Biden preemptively pardoned all, including Anthony Fauci and everybody else who was in the administration.
His family.
When you pardon your son, who clearly violated the law, who clearly used his father to make it
and
get
lied to
rich,
the public.
and lied. We don't even know if Biden himself got money, but the Biden crime family, which you hear a lot, is a legitimate thing to say, especially when Biden preemptively pardons all these people. So what happens is this. if you don't think now Trump is going to preemptively pardon people if the Democrats look like they're going to win. So now when you're in an administration, you're even close to the administration, you can do anything you want. You can get as rich as you want, break all the laws you want, and you know that the president, especially if they're federal laws, the president is going to preemptively pardon you.
Because Biden set that standard.
That's right.
Now the rest of them go, okay.
That's right.
That's how this works.
That's right. And that's how the rule of law breaks down. This country's great because we're a rule of law. We're not ruled by man. When you say ruled by man, that means that if you're close to the king, whether it's Putin or whatever, you get away with murder, literally. Well, you can't have that. And this country has always been a country of laws and checks and balances. And I think when a president like Biden preemptively pardons his son, even though he said he wouldn't, and he didn't stick to his word at all, I would think Joe Biden will go down as the most ineffective and worst president in many ways because he lied, because of how the legacy media covered up for him, his cognitive decline, the people around him, including his wife and all the other people that stood to gain from him staying in power. They stayed because they were personally ambitious.
Correct.
And all of that shit is going to come back. You don't get away with that. You come back, comes back to bite you in what and how the American public no
already
longer
has.
trusts anything you fucking say.
Especially the left.
That's right.
It already has.
And the
Good
left
luck winning in 4 years. Good
Yep.
luck.
That's right. The left deserves everything they fucking sow. You reap what you sow.
What else you got?
So
Here's one for the whole team. If there was any movie you could have been a lead character in, what
Inglourious
would it
Bastards.
be? Didn't even finish this.
Christoph Waltz, great role.
So which lead? Well, who's the lead in that technically?
Christopher Waltz.
Over Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
I think
he stole the movie.
Stole the show.
But Brad Pitt's
You'd have to
big.
speak 3 languages.
I know. I can't do any of that.
What year was Inglourious Bastards? This will blow your mind.
Shit. 2016?
How
2009. Fucked me in the mouth.
2009. Now think about that. How many years ago was that?
One
That's
of my
crazy.
favorite movies of all time.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Oh, no. I would be Andy
16
Dufresne from
years ago.
Shawshank Redemption. Greatest movie of all time. Go down as the greatest of all time.
Great job. Yeah.
Bri?
I'd like to be Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. I'd like to be Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
in Commando would be lit. I'd like to be Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport only.
I think Christian Bale in American Psycho, the way he
Yes.
played it was so fucking, like, there was humor. You have to play everything. It's the spectrum. I'm not drawn to Daniel Day-Lewis, Christian Bale. They do too much to their body. It's too much. It's like, or Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker. That's too much. I don't like that. I love when you get to tap into the evil, perverse side, and also when you play American Psycho, there's the whole spectrum. A little bit like, almost like the Joker, the other Joker that,
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger
Dark
played.
Knight.
There's something about those kind of characters that play this sort of perverse, comedic, marionette, this puppet that there's so many possibilities to fuck with. I like bad guys, but seductive bad guys, like Silence of the Lambs, those kind of things. Because somehow they're able to make you like them. You're able to say, that's my serial killer. He would never hurt me. It would be impolite. That's the genius of that role. The genius of Silence of the Lambs was that we, as an audience, at the end of the movie, were rooting for him. We were actually
never did.
rooting for him in a weird way. Like he got away,
But
and we
even
went.
Hannibal was good.
Yeah.
The Hannibal was really good when they came out years later.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know if we were rooting for him.
Well, he got away, and we were like, "I'm having an old friend for dinner," and somehow that guy who had tortured him in jail was the shithead.
He got away in Hannibal too. He's like, this is because remember she handcuffs him when the cops are there, and he grabs the knife and goes, "This is really gonna hurt." And it just cuts to him throwing down the knife, and you're like, "Oh, he cut his fucking arm off, or he cut her arm off and killed her." But he cut his. He loved her so much, he cut his arm off and
Yeah.
still escaped.
Yeah. And again,
So he's
there
still
was-
on the run technically.
But he had a code. There was something about him where it's like
He never killed
was-
her.
Right. He
Would
was
never
very
hurt her.
polite.
No.
He wouldn't eat me. He would
No, he
consider
loved
it
her.
impolite.
He loved her. Loved her.
So somehow
It was
we're
great.
like, there. Somehow he was insane, but he had parameters
Yeah,
and rules. There was
yeah.
a discipline
It
to
was
his
great.
insanity, and we knew he was eating that bad guy. Yeah, we're like, oh. Yeah, it became. That's really hard to
Farva
pull
bean.
off. Yeah. Yeah.
He was so
Daniel
scary.
Day-Lewis in Gangs of New York was amazing.
Oh, the
You
butcher.
love that line.
I mean, he was
Just Say
amazing.
the line.
The butcher.
Yeah.
No, say the line.
rabbit. The rabbit. Yeah, he was amazing.
Great.
And he was so good because he was so good that DiCaprio couldn't even keep up with him. You weren't even rooting for DiCaprio anymore. You were only rooting
You were
for
rooting for the bat. You had.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
You couldn't take your eyes
Get
off.
yourself
him.
a good
His
piece of meat on the way out.
His eye.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
It's like a fish. Did that New York thing. Wow.
Chin.
You guys ever watch that movie called Just Friends?
With Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
You want to be the fat guy?
Because that reminds me of me. Like, yeah, and also dating your best friend after years. That would be my thing.
Damn, not Batman or something, dude.
No, man.
You don't be the Green Lantern or nothing?
No.
Bruce Lee?
Deadpool must have been a fun role to play. But you're,
Ooh,
yeah.
Deadpool's fun.
you're in that fucking
Deadpool's
mask,
It's not
but
real,
yeah,
though.
It's so funny.
Neither is Just Friends, man.
No, it is. I did date my best friend. So what's up?
Okay. Probably Penny Lane in Almost Famous. You know, I want to play an underage girl who's practically being sex trafficked amongst a bunch of
Ooh,
babies.
I wouldn't mind playing the clown in it. That'd be sick.
Well,
Different time, Chin.
yeah. All right. Well, everyone's different.
Different time.
Okay.
Bryan, this is also from Ben Kiernis, who had the last question. Bryan, with what you went through regarding cancel culture, what, if any, lessons have you learned and you'll pass on to your kids?
Keep moving. Keep moving. Create your way out of every problem.
Bitches be crazy.
Everything's figure outable. Everything's figure outable, and don't harbor resentment. Figure out a way to forgive everyone and move on. You turn your back on your own. Here's a little
Yeah,
nugget of advice.
that helps them in like the
Yeah.
grand scheme. But as far as like what you went through, it would be like be smart. Like when it
Yeah.
comes to women, be fucking smart.
All
dude.
that. I mean, well, everything. Just don't. You gotta. Who you bring into your life, you have to be disciplined about.
This is the other thing. There's nothing Bryan could have done to prevent that because it's not like he mistreated somebody. He never did it. The lesson is, it's like sometimes like life isn't fair. The lesson is life isn't fair.
was talking to my dad about this.
Bryan's done everything right.
Yeah.
Brian's too nice. Nice to everybody. Women, I've never seen nice to everybody. Bryan gets fucking walked over. Too nice. Too nice.
Yeah.
Life ain't fair. Nice guys finish last sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. In this case, the nice guy got fucking railroaded.
But you know,
Hey, son,
in life
ain't fair, dude.
That's it. In life, you're going to meet chaos. That was just chaos. You're going to meet chaos. You're going to meet a disease. You're going to meet an accident. You're going to meet losing your money. You're going to meet loss of some kind. You're going to have plans, and then you're going to have a form of a death. You know, and that no one avoids that. No one avoids disaster, loss. You have your plans. You work really hard. Something happens, but a lot of times it's really bad for people. A lot of times it's fucking horrible.
But I also
think about your child.
But I also think good.
I just had a scare with my child.
Don't get me started.
Right? I just had a scare with my child.
But then it's
That's
also
way worse.
But then it's also it's all perspective. But I also think like before that happened to Bryan, we couldn't walk down the street without having a comic or whoever asked to come on this show. I mean, it was like, good Lord, again. Couldn't this happen to Bryan? We don't hear from any of them. None of them. That's whatever. That's fine. But I think at the time you think you have all this community, you have all these friends, and then you find out when shit hits the fan and you need those people, they're not really there, which is a good thing. Because they can't be in your foxhole. When shit hits the fan, they're not in the foxhole. They're going to be the bitches running around all crazy, not know what to do. We've been through it. So I'm almost grateful that happened because all those people are fake. There's a reason you don't see them on the show anymore. We don't ask them. They don't ask us. Fuck them. So I think it was actually a blessing. Just a bunch of bitches. And that's what I learned. Oh, I'm not like them. So when I would take pictures with comics, I'm like, oh, look, 3 comics spread in the shop. You're fucking right, dude. Yeah, you're right. I'm not like them, man. I'm not a bitch. They are.
But again, like part of like the challenges of anything you go through is you're going to go through things in life and it's not going to feel fair. And you believe it or not, one of your biggest challenges is going to be you're going to have to forgive everyone because otherwise you're turning your back on your own future.
But as the great
resentment.
Joe Rogan said,
Don't forget.
you can forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah.
I would tell him, man, dude, don't have that energy, man. You know, it's all good. I forgive him or her. And he goes, no, that's fine. You can do that. That's a good way to live. But don't forget,
Right.
That's that person, dude. You can forgive them so you don't take resentment and have hate. That's fine. But don't forget, that's who you're dealing with.
There's too much work to be done. I don't think you get anything out of revenge or anything. That's it. There's too much work to do. Just keep moving. You just keep moving. Be your best version of yourself. That's all you can do in life. I don't care what you're going to go through, and you're going to go through something. I promise you'll go through something. Everybody does. You'll go through 2 things, maybe 3 things. But the people that I know that I really admire that keep going, they saw a lot of chaos, and they figured it out. So you can too.
This question comes from Dane Laban. It's one for each of you. We'll start with Brendan. Have you ever found out that one of your friends was leaking stories about you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fake ones, real ones. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How do you handle it?
Don't care.
It doesn't hurt you on any level?
Always hurts.
Now it's
It always
not.
hurts.
Yeah, it kind of sucks in the moment, but it's like kind of unfortunate. It's expected.
Do they ever try and call and say that's not what I said? Or am I bad?
No.
Oh, really?
Because they're not really a friend. You know, people that are like Bryan doesn't do that, or Chin wouldn't do that. Like my actual friends don't do that. So if I find out a person does it, I'm like, oh, at least I know. You know.
You know, again,
It's expected.
These are weaklings. Like people.
Yeah.
who
It's
do
almost
that,
it's almost a blessing in disguise. Like,
little
okay.
cowardly bitches. Like, what do you?
And then you just phase them out of your life, and you never talk to them again. And people that do that, they're never crushing it in life. So I don't have to do anything. Life does it for me.
Yeah.
The big man upstairs, like, don't worry, I got you.
That.
It never works out for him ever.
All right, let's take a little break. Obviously, what am I wearing right now, Brendan? What am I always
Are you
wearing?
in Gucci?
I'm glad you asked. It is the quality. It looks like amazing quality because it is great quality. It's always true classic. And let me tell you something
look
about
at me.
this. You're wearing a true classic shirt
If you see me in white tee, it's true classic.
They look great.
I love their
They just look
freaking
great.
fit.
They do. They're tight around the arms, tight around the chest.
We've been
loose
with
in the
them
stomach.
before every other podcast you listen to, or before they're in the UFC. We've been with True Classic. Our boy Ryan moved right in up the hall because they have great products. Forget overpriced
and they got-
designer nonsense. Skip the cheap
Right.
throwaways. True Classic delivers premium essentials. We're talking about joggers, chinos, jeans, long sleeves, button ups. They got it all,
And
but
they
they have
got
the greatest
Ritz-Carlton
t-shirts
level customer
ever.
service, okay?
Listen to this. Grab yours, and I saw this. I was at Target with my boys looking for toys. Grab yours at Target or Costco. That's how
Right.
big they've gotten.
Isn't that crazy?
Target or Costco, or head on over to trueclassic.com/fighter. Get hooked up today.
It's the best threads on the planet. Up your style game without breaking the bank, for God's sake. You get to look like me. Guys, let's take a little break. I have to admit that I am never leaving the house without some Magic Mind.
I gotta admit, we only use the Max here, and we've ran out.
Dude.
And they keep sending the regular
get this
shit
with Magic Mind
and
Max.
hey guys,
Yeah.
send the Max, or we ain't taking
That's it. The Max is sold out, sir. That's how well it's selling. And I told him, I go, this shit is a game
I'm not
changer.
drinking it till I get the Max.
What were we doing this morning? Looking through all the regular and the free, which is great. But I was like, I want my Max. I want my time
ever
release
send the
caffeine.
free one. Don't ever send the calm one.
We
here.
want-
I need the opposite.
we're junkies now.
I'm trying to max up, Daddy.
Dude. That I'm so into that time release caffeine, energy all day, flow all day. You don't get the spikes. It's unbelievable, and that goes for the original as well. You got original, you got Max. you got
Original's
free.
still good.
By the way, try the sleep shot.
Or don't.
No, try it, dude. It
Is
really
it nice?
is amazing. Yes, it's got adaptogens, amino acids, minerals. It's got It's what's really good is it's got the magnesium that helps you sleep. I can't remember what it's called, but this stuff is the real deal. And they really, really take time to look at the science behind this stuff. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love them.
Magic Mind, we love it.
We love
I've been
Magic
I've been a
Mind.
fan
We love
way
the
before they
Max.
were
Yeah, we've been
sponsors.
on it for a hot second.
Yes. Fantastic stuff.
Brian, have you done any projects that you hated from the start but knew would get you a lot of attention? If so, what was
Fighter
it?
and the Kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No?
I don't think that way.
I don't think you would do something you don't want to do.
I mean, you know.
Question for everyone from Miles Prentice. Craziest thing you have ever witnessed? I know Brian's seen some weird shit. That old F. Lots of love from New
Oh,
Zealand.
fuck.
I didn't say it.
shit
Craziest thing
I've
you ever
seen.
witnessed?
I mean,
By far is when I was driving down the highway and saw that car crash.
Yeah.
By far. And saw the mom dead. By far.
yeah, I don't
I was
know.
cool 2 days later. I don't know if that says more about me or. But I like for the first 2 nights, I would close my eyes and see her dead face. And then 2 days after that, I slept like a baby.
Your body figures out. It's like,
Yeah, body's like, yeah, all right.
You didn't know.
And then when I had to go back into court and verify the pictures and like, is this the person? It's the same shit. That sucked. That was by far the most gnarly shit I've ever seen.
I didn't know you had to go back in court.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I had to
Did
testify.
that guy getting?
Oh yeah, he's fucked. Super fucked. Thank God.
I mean, I saw a shooting. Guy missed him, but I saw a guy empty a Glock into a fucking car right on Vermont Avenue.
I
I was
remember that.
not happy about that. I don't like that shit. You see a guy try to kill someone like that, I was like, what the Then they get into an old beat up Honda Civic with a fin on it and just not even driving that fast.
I remember when I was young, my stepmom took me and Jay to Buckingham Mall. Shout out to Buckingham Mall in Aurora. It might be broken down now. I don't know if it's still there. But I saw a guy chase another guy and just open firing. I was like 6 or 7.
Jesus.
Just over a crowd, him going, gah, gah, gah. And I thought it was fireworks. I was like, oh, cool, fireworks. And I turned towards it. My stepmom was like, no, and rushed us in the car.
Yeah. What I saw.
I remember being like, holy shit, the guy was so mad.
This was 4 PM with when I say
remember
rush
he
hour
just-
traffic, guy just gets out of the car and goes doof, 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 right into a car, missed the guy, and it looked like that.
terrible shot.
Put his gun back in.
Just
gets
jump back in his car?
casually. It was 3 other guys in the car, and I swear I'm not. When I say nobody moved, everybody was just like this. They were watching the guy walk by
Wounded shit.
because you can't do anything. It's just like. And then I there's a cop right here, and I go, "Did you see that?" He goes, "What?" I go, "That guy just shot into that car." And the cop was like, "I don't know," and I was like, "Oh, Jesus."
Nothing happened to the guy?
No,
Just went home?
just crazy.
Jonathan Henderson wants to know.
But I came back around, and then everybody's like looking and talking and
too
stuff
late,
like that. But
yeah.
the guy he didn't get hit.
We tried. Jonathan Henderson wants to know what's going to be your first big boy Texas themed purchase. Tell you 3 boys.
Corvette 2009 ZR1 with 1,000 horsepower. Outside the fucking house I bought.
A gun I can carry, which I won't.
Yeah, you don't have to have a license there, right?
Nope. Buy one and stick it in your
Oh,
belt.
sick.
Buy
Really?
one. Yep.
I'll keep them
Constitutional
in the car.
No, no, no,
100%.
no.
Oh, yeah. You
Come
got
on,
it.
guys.
You never, yeah, it's
100%.
fucking mass shooting and shit.
Put that shit right in your belt.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. I'm a Texas
I'm going to start
resident.
carrying
I
a
got
gun
Texas
saying
plates.
howdy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just got my gun, my piece.
What about you? You gonna buy a gun?
I already have a gun, so
Okay.
I have to figure out how to transfer that to Texas and make that work. But
Apparently, you don't have to do much.
just put in your car, Chin.
I'm not driving there though.
You're flying? Oh, then just put it in like one of the camera cases.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, that's
Or that
probably
you
what
think
I'll
they're
do.
going to go through all the cases? You ever seen
I
the
don't know, but what if they do and they see my gun, dude?
Oh, my bad, man. Yeah, come get it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, dude, to have a Toyota Sequoia in Texas,
That'd be sick.
that's my dream truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still wish you'd get an Excursion, Chin.
I want that too, but
They're cheaper than the Sequoia, man.
yeah, but Sequoia is more
Get you a nice
reliable,
7.3.
dependable for now.
No, 7.3 super reliable, man. You let your boy get his hands on it? Come on now.
I want a helicopter, but I'll never drive one. I'm too afraid.
Drive.
It's just not for you. And don't say drive, right? That's how you know you can't
Oh, I was
have
talking one with wheels.
one. You can't have one.
I want one with wheels.
I want a helicopter and drive it around. Oh, okay.
Now, does this have wheels or no? I'm not going to actually.
Excuse me, if I'm going to get on the highway, is there blinkers?
My buddy sent me a video of these idiots who just try to hover it and they don't have any experience. Doesn't go well for them.
No, helicopters are very tough.
Fucking kids like, let me do it. His dad went out and he goes, I've been watching my dad. Let me try this.
No.
Totaled it. Try to hover it. It's like, no.
I fucked up and told Basti and T I'll buy 4-wheel motorcycles to ride around the neighborhood just to convince them to get to Texas. This was like 6 months ago. Every day they asked, have I looked at the motorcycles? Every day. I'm like, God, I fucked
Oh,
up.
dude.
Every day.
So my son is a
Hey, Basti, Dad, is the motorcycles there when we get to them? Like, No, dude, we got to get there, and then I'll look around and we'll figure it out. So if anybody knows where to get 3 or 4 wheel kid motorcycles,
Dude,
DM
my
me.
son is 3 years old. He's obsessed with motorcycles. Tim Kennedy brought him on his electric motorcycle. My son kept going, go faster, faster, faster.
Loves it.
Tim was like, your kid's he's a speed demon. And not only that, we kept seeing him in the garage. He was sitting on the motorcycle, wouldn't get
Loved
off
it.
him. Then Tim had these little go-karts. So he's riding that thing around with another, having a blast. Then he sees me getting the helicopter, and it was tears when I came back. It was just all he was doing.
wanted to go?
He just wants to go so bad. And jet skis, every morning he wakes up and he goes, can we go on a jet ski? Every morning.
Loves them.
That
Get
kid
some
is
jet
a
skis,
gearhead.
dude. Get some jet
Gearhead.
skis.
If it's a tool or a truck or if something fast,
Bring
that's
him
all he
over the
thinks
crib, though.
about. Loves it, dude.
He's not going to want to go home.
He will not want to go home, and that's all he's going to
Yeah,
want to do.
I got to find motorcycles for the kids, though.
Yeah, I got to find
So
him.
those are like,
Like the 3 wheel or 4 wheel, the ones low to the ground. I don't want them to flip
But
it.
you got to be
roll it.
careful with that because they flip.
yeah, so they're
They
called
flip.
quads or ATVs.
No, they have things that on the sides you can in so they don't flip.
They do?
Yep.
Okay, that's really important because,
Yeah, they can flip.
Yes. A lot of kids got paralyzed. That way.
Bossy rides a electric one now at his buddy Luca's house.
So cool.
But they're actually really dangerous too. So make sure, dude. You
Yes.
could even if you hit the
Throttle.
the throttle too hard, you can wheelie and fall off.
Yeah.
So you gotta
No,
be
they
careful
have
with
some
it.
that are low. They don't the street ones that are on the ground. They have they're like trikes that are on the ground.
Jesus. So fun.
I have to get them now. Sucks.
Yeah, they're easier than freaking actual motorcycles where you have to do gear shifting.
Hell yeah, way easier.
Yeah.
Action Jackson. I like to sing.
This question comes to us from Caleb Thompson, and it's for you, Brendan. Does Brendan have any street fight stories? If not, how do you de-escalate these situations? Curious how an athlete chooses fighting when they maybe aren't the street fighting type.
No, I mean I got in street fights in college, but never. Once I turned pro, no, never. But especially now, I don't put myself in any of those situations ever. I don't hang out at
Like
bars.
the Starbucks when you de-escalated.
No, I did not de-escalate it. I wanted to rip his head
Fine,
off.
they give you
He got out of the situation, but if he would have got out of the car, that would have really escalated. I was completely down to fight that man. I just don't get into it. I don't hang out late. I'm not in weird areas where it would happen.
But if you want to dance,
100% down.
What?
Yeah, but with my wife and kids, that's a different story. I was ready to fuck that dude up. But yeah, he drove off. He was scared and drove off.
no, he's talking about Starbucks. The security guard is telling you.
Oh, with the mask? Again, you got to stand on. He's standing on some bullshit, trying to force him to wear a mask. I was willing to fight him. But that's not like chaos. That's controlled.
Yeah.
Jamie Alvarado wants to know, will you guys be doing a lot more collaborations with other Austin podcasters, kind of like your
Hopefully.
mom's house or a honeydew list?
Who knows? We'll see.
We'll feel it out when we get out there.
Feel it out.
I don't like relying on people or depending on them.
Yeah.
People are crazy.
Here's one. Brendan, this comes from Mr. Ray V at hotmail.com. His name's Ray. Question for Brendan. I'm in my 40s and I've always worked out. What are the steps to take testosterone in a healthy manner to get shredded? Do I go see a certain type of doctor? Been following you since the Ultimate Fighter days. Always digged your sense of humor. You're killing it.
I think you got to get your blood checked just to see where your levels are at. And then you want optimal levels. Like you don't want to get all crazy. So you want a doctor that's going to make sure you're like optimizing your hormone and testosterone levels, you know? So
It's a science,
So
right?
you're
You
doing
want
it the
a real
right. You want to
doctor.
go to a real place. You don't want to go to your general doctor. They don't know shit about this.
Right.
Don't go to your general doctor and ask about TRT. Those people are idiots when it comes to stuff. They don't. It's literally out of
different science,
Yeah,
right?
it's out of their.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like going to a vet asking for TRT. They
Yes.
don't know it. So you got to go to
Like an
testosterone
endocrinologist or
replacement.
whatever.
No, fuck no. You can go to a testosterone replacement place, and it's literally all they do. And if they don't check your blood, get away. You got to have your blood checked. If they're giving you TRT without blood panels, then it's bullshit.
Okay.
And then just because you're on TRT doesn't mean you get shredded. You still got to follow the diet, man. It's all about diet.
And exercise.
Yeah.
Diet's number one, though.
Let's see. This is from James Guevara. Brendan, as a father and a coach, how do you mentally support your sons when they've had a bad day on the field and make sure they don't check out? I try and tell my son he's only one of 11 people on the field and he can only control his own performance, but would like to hear what your approach would be.
I don't coach him after the game, good or bad. Like if he did really good, I'll talk about that. But if he made mistakes, you're not going to coach him right after because they're too emotional. So I'll do it like the next morning or when we go to the batting cages. He'll be more receptive and won't be so confrontational. Because if you try and coach them in the moment, they're already embarrassed. They've already realized they made a mistake. There's already shame.
Smart.
They're not going to get any of that, any of it. So I'll go, come on, dude. And then we move on.
You don't do anything.
Nothing. Come on, dude. The only time that I stay on him in the moment is effort. If I can tell he's not giving 100, then Papa Bear comes out.
I tell my kid that my love is conditional, and in this family we play to win. And if you're not going to be a winner,
You're not
then you
eating.
can find another dad.
Brian.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Is that too much?
But when Tigers is the worst game he's had, he's been the MVP of the league. He's been doing his thing, ace pitcher, batting fourth, crushing it. And then he had that really bad game that he got kicked out of, which probably had something to do with it. And he had a horrible attitude. We didn't talk. We usually go in the hot tub. We didn't go in the hot tub. I want him to know I was disappointed. Not that we lost the game or he had a bad game.
Just attitude.
In his attitude.
What he can control.
Because then it's like, no, that's on you, dude. Nope, I'm not happy. And I'm always the fun dad, so when he knows I'm upset, like he fucked up. I don't have to do much.
Would you have time to coach me in some jiu-jitsu or something?
No, man.
Just show up and be like, hey, coach. It'd be so great. Imagine. What's up, coach?
But then also, this is another reason where Tiger, he'll get real coaching in Texas. Like I'm his dad. So I'm the first base coach. So I'll be like, T, take your lead. He'll be like, I got it. He'll be like, I got it. I'm like, oh, my bad. You got it. All right, dude. You know what you're doing. T, elbow up. I know. Elbows up. All right, big dog. But then if a coach who has no professional sports experience, played in fucking fourth grade, goes, T, elbow up. He goes, right away, sir. It's just, I'm his dad.
That's right.
I'll remind his ass, though.
That's right.
I'll grab him by the collar and be like, hey, motherfucker, you think you went professional in 2 motherfucking sports? That guy can hold my fucking jock strap.
feel like
You're
you're
going to
saying-
listen to me.
I say you're saying a lot of fucking
You're
things.
going to listen to me. Oh, I cuss like a motherfucker. I try to control it. I even cussed accidentally. I dropped T and Bossy off in the Hummer today. That's what they wanted. And the principal gets out of the car to get the kids, and he's in shape, dude. He's in really good
principal?
shape. Yeah, and he goes, man, how you do it, man? You look fucking great. But I'm like, yeah, doing it for the kids. We go through the whole thing. And then he goes, yeah, dude, 70. I went, no shit. And you can tell he's like religious. Like he was like, and I'm like, I just can't help it. I went, no shit. It's just like, God damn it.
70.
So unprofessional.
How many
But with the kid, the key is there's going to be no learning on either side or no coaching right after the game. Let it simmer. Do it the next day or do it at the next practice. When T gets done, I'm like, what do you want to eat, dude? That's it. But if he does great, then it's like, I'm like, dude, that was a fucking bomb. Remember? And he has so much fun.
How many more you guys want?
One more.
One more?
1 or 2.
We'll do 2. We'll end one on the last one. We'll just do it. There's a statement. This is for Brian. How was it working with your buddy Frank Grillo on the TV show Kingdom? Personally, one of my favorites, and I would love to see a revival. This is from John Trinkle.
I thought they were going to do a revival.
No, it's good. He's too busy. Magic's over. But it was great. I mean, Frank's one of my best friends.
What was that, bro?
Magic's
Why you say
over.
magic's over?
It's just there are too many moving parts. Like you can't.
Because
those
there
things
was a
happen-
plan to bring it back.
Yeah, those things happen in a specific time, with a specific energy, with a specific group of people, with a specific writer. So I think it was Byron Belasco who wrote almost all of them. He's amazing. So it's like it was a great show. Nobody watched it at the time, and then somebody talked about it because it used to be on DirecTV. And but it was a blast because I got to hang with my friend, with Frank, who's just takes acting very seriously, works very hard, just a great leader on set and a great guy.
Fun fact, I auditioned for that show.
You did, huh?
Nick Jonas's part.
There you go.
And they told me he was a gay man. I was like, okay, right out for me.
Yep. But Nick Jonas surprised everybody too. Great guy,
Great actor.
hardworking guy, humble, awesome. I didn't realize how famous he was. I was like, oh, you fly private and you're a huge, pop star, talented as shit, but a great guy, great kid.
Super talented.
And it was just fun to be there. I love Jonathan Tucker is amazing. All those guys, all the actors were great. It was a good time, man. It was a good time. You never know what it is when you're doing it. You never realize it's going to be a hit when you're doing it. So, anyway.
Well, we will close with this one from Kyle McCluskey. No questions from me. Just wanted to say, Bryan, I think you are one of the most underrated comedians out there.
Facts.
Brendan,
Thanks, buddy.
I think your ability to withstand adversity is inspiring, and I think you're a fantastic dad.
Thanks, buddy.
Chin, you're just all reliable.
Facts.
And Sanaz, you bring a great balance to the team. Wish you would be on more in Texas. Thank you,
Nice.
Kyle.
Kyle,
Thanks,
you're a good
bro.
man.
Thank you, Kyle.
Shout out to Kyle. I like your attitude, young man. I want more of that attitude from the rest of our fans. All right?
Amen.
You understand? And we're going to see you in Texas.
Yes.
We love you
next time
guys.
see us, We're in Texas.
I want to thank Sanaz for sticking it out here and being so positive. And thank you, Los Angeles. And we are going to miss you. But on to the next. And one thing you can count on in life is change. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing you don't have to count on is the fact that my comedy is not going to be funny. It's always going to be funny, and that'll never change. So Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, May 30th. Tulsa, Oklahoma, May 31st. We'll see you at Bricktown. I'm looking forward to it.
And you can also, the life does change, but
Yeah.
one thing doesn't change is 2 firing the kids every goddamn week.
2 fighting the kids
Except for
every
next
goddamn
week,
week.
because we're moving.
Except for next week,
Except
we're
for next
going
week.
dark.
That's the only change is next week we're dark
only
because
change.
everyone's moving. We're setting up the studio. But after that,
guys,
we're back twice a week,
You
baby.
keep your attitude and you guys sit on eggshells till we come back. We're coming back
TFATK in the
hard.
big state.
It'll be hot out there. But our comedy will be red hot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All right, we're looking
For
forward
the
to it.
final time from LA, this, the Firing the Kid, we're out.
Let's take a break. Sometimes you don't want to take drugs when it comes to sexual performance.
Oh, man, you got to do all those crazy side effects.
But sometimes you just
Gas
want...
station pills give
Right.
you weird, crazy side
but
effects.
look, I'm going to
I
talk
want a
about...
boner. Why did I murder 7 people?
Joy Mode isn't just about better sex, by the way. The daily use supports healthier blood vessels, boosts heart health,
Say
and
what?
enhances your athletic performance. Expertly formulated and backed by science. It's proven
Gives you that firm dick,
It's
too,
proven
dude.
to improve erectile function by 50% in just 60 days. The compounds they use basically promote blood flow and nitric oxide development. I
that?
don't even know what it is, but
Yep.
either way,
Start a subscription and save up to 30%. Keep your performance at its best without any interruptions. All right? We got you guys. If you're looking to take your wiener game to the next level, visit tryjoymode.com. Use the code FIGHTER at checkout. You get 20% off your single purchases and 30% off subscription orders. That's TRYJOY mode.com. Use the code FIGHTER for 20% off single purchases, 30% off subscription orders. Your wiener and your girl will thank you. Or your man.
Go to tryjoymode.com. It features just 4 simple proven ingredients and rock and roll.